This is John.
Hello.
And Michael. John's preparing to lose.
Pretty much. Not beating him yet. Today.
This is some sort of feral homeland, apparently.
With some kind of evil landing platform.
Zoom, yeah?
It does, you just move it closer.
Yeah. It's no auto zoom, it's a manual zoom.
So here we go. Another 40k game with Jason Frown. There he is. We're playing the Relic game. It's the Vanguard Strike. On this lovely table, I've chosen this corner here. It's very good. With our Aegis defense line all set up. So here's my army anyways. It's predominantly Blood Angels, led by Mephiston, this fella here, who's more like a chaplain, but for this game he's Mephiston. An assault squad, with plenty of stuff in there, including a Thunderhammer, an Infernus pistol and hand flamer. They also have a dude with them, I can't remember what they're called.
Sanguinary Priest.
One of those. With a big old fat unit of Death Company there, all kitted out. There's a Thunderhammer, Power Fist, 3 power weapons, which is going to be pointless in this game against Imperial Guard. They've also got a Death Company Dreadnought with a Heavy Flamer, Magna Grapple, and Melter Gun. And they're all rocking about in this beautiful thing here, the Thunderbird. It's all kitted out, Bloodstrike missiles, las cannons, melter cannons, job's a good one. There's also a drop pod with a fantastic 4-jaw dreadnought in it. He's kitted out pretty much standard, assault cannon, heavy flamer, and that's pretty much the Blood Angels force.
It's not actually Blood Angels, it's
well, I should say flesh terrors.
Similar enough.
yeah.
Similar. And they are aligned with some revilers, just some Codex Marines, led by a Librarian, standard, and a tactical squad with a multi-melter, melter gun, a Power Fist in there. They've got a Razorback with them, just in case.
Painted.
It is painted, yeah.
The whole army, yeah. Not like any of my videos.
My army's not painted either.
And a Vindicator to back them up.
How many points is it total?
This is a 2,000 point game.
Aha.
Okay, so that's mine. I stop it by pushing
The button. Right, this is my army, Imperial Guard. We also have Michael from Team Clueless
You're
here.
not supposed to put me on video. I put myself on video.
Right, I have a Hellhound, a Leman Russ Demolisher, a Leman Russ Battle Tank, a Valkyrie with 10 Stormtroopers with 2 melter guns, a messed up Rhino, a Chimera with 10 veterans.
Don't touch it, it falls apart.
Yeah, 3 melter guns, a Chimera with 6 Ogrins.
They don't look like Ogrins.
Yeah, they're just an Ogrin squad, not actual Ogrins. And then I have 30 Guardsmen with Commissar von Fraud, platoon command with 3 grenade launchers, and a command squad with 2 plasma guns, and Dork Ned Dead Dog, or whatever his name is, and a Chimera. That's it. Very simple. Right, this is after deployment. John's turned up in his dirty Aegis line over here with his Vindicator, 2 combat squads, and a Librarian, and a Razorback down there. Oh yes, and Mephiston were hiding behind the trees over there. And mine is in a little conga line over here with all my tanks and chimeras. Blob squad in the forest, more tanks and chimeras, and then I've got some stragglers down at the bottom there, and then we got some stuff in reserve. I'm going to try and steal the initiative.
On a 6.
Here it comes. Where the hell did I roll it? 2 sucks.
So here we go then, a Flesh Terrors Combined Army turn 1. A little bit of movement happened, and I managed to get the Vindicator fired. Took a whole point off of the Demolisher, and also got rid of the turret from the flame tank, which was pretty awesome. Other movement happened. Mephiston was going to try and make a break for the village there. He perilled trying to get some wings to do that, and took a wound, but he had an awesome sprint, so he should be in a fairly protected area. Other things that happened, kill a few guard through there underneath the bastion. Also got a hull point off of one of the chimeras with the quad cannon, which is going to be hopefully useful. And the main thing, my drop pod came down, and disembarked this awesome dreadnought, who decided to flame that. There was a massive blob squad in there of 20 dudes on the commissar.
They were quite tightly packed in there,
They
Jason.
were.
Yeah.
And so
Error.
there's not much left of the forest, nor the men inside.
They legged it. It's too
they did
freaking
leg
hot
it.
in there.
Yeah, Jason failed his leadership check. Commissar
Twice.
failed it again. Ran off the board.
And that's that.
That
So
was 6 followed by 10.
quite a bit of damage done, but now I'm going to feel it.
Happened. Shot the dreadnought a lot.
Right, Imperial Guard, first turn, nothing really happened. Immobilized this Vindicator. Shot about 3 guys from that combat squad over there. And that's it for casualties. On my side here, the Ogrins got out, moved out here behind the cover because that dreadnought is untouched, pinged off everything. And these guys have moved up here to get some more cover. And these have moved up. And that's about it. Not looking good.
Right then, Blood Angels turn 2. A few things happened this turn.
Not much.
Not much though. My assault squad came on. They've come on to this dilapidated bastion here,
That formation.
and yeah, they've spread out a bit to try and avoid some ordnance.
Poor Storm Raven didn't come on, did it?
No, Storm Raven failed. Managed to blow up this Chimera here.
Command squad.
Back. Yeah, command squad's out the back, and they survived. Well, rather the dreadnought didn't get a chance to charge in to beat them up a bit.
Yeah, 2 inches short.
Yeah, a bit shocking.
One of those trees got in the way, I think.
Damn trees. What else? The drop pod
Vindicator killed her.
took another hull point off of the back of this flame tank.
Vindicator killed the Ogre.
Oh, it's shocking. My Vindicator, clear shot with that lovely demolisher, and managed to hit the guys behind the house. Show you a point of view from my tank. Yeah, I don't know how he managed that, but he did it.
The shell ricocheted off the hull of the Demolisher, I think.
And Mephiston's shopping in the town at the moment. Not a lot else going on. Yeah, the end.
Right, so this is Imperial Guard turn 2. Total nothing. I got 2 hull points on the Dreadnought.
And they're
I've
both
got-
from penetrating hits, unfortunately, so you were really unlucky.
Yeah. 1 hull point and the Vindicator cannon on the Vindicator. And I managed to kill a Assault Marine. Even with my Master of Ordnance and the Valkyrie and everything else I shot at it.
Plasma guns.
Yeah. And I did nothing over there. So it's not looking good.
It was a pretty impotent turn.
Okay, so Marine
the
Marine
guys
turn
get out
3.
before the thing moves?
What happened? The assault squad moved down, trying to attempt to assault this unit. They failed miserably, so that's a sticky situation to be in. Other things that happened: my dreadnought moved up. It was on snapfire this turn because of the damage from last turn, so failed to shoot anything, but rolled up, smashed into the side of the Lehman Russ, tore it a new one. It exploded,
We killed 3 guys under there.
killing
Did they hit
3
any
command
ship?
squad
Yeah.
dudes.
They passed the lead ship.
But I don't think he's going to last much longer. What else happened? Stormbolters, a couple of Stormbolters from the Vindicator, and the drop pod failed miserably to do anything on the Ogrins. Mephiston moved up ready to tear the Demolisher apart, but failed his charge also,
Woohoo!
which is terrible, as 2 failed charges.
And no Storm Raven.
And the Storm Raven
Yeah,
didn't
no
turn up.
Storm Raven, that was a biggie start of the turn.
And that's about it. Oh, and some dudes got into my Razorback.
John is looking a little outnumbered now.
Yeah, bit worried. Let's see how it goes.
Right, this is Imperial Guard turn 3, and I'm not really sure if I think this was a good turn or not.
It was definitely a good turn.
Definitely.
Veterans came on, yeah. I moved the Ogrins up, the Demolisher cannon. They all fired on Mephiston. Every single thing fired at him, and I got him down to 1 wound. So then I had a cheeky shot from the missile launcher all the way over here, firing all the way across the battlefield. 1 last ditch attempt to try and kill Mephiston, and he made his save. So he's in a ball of fire over there with 1 wound left, and he has a pick of choice of anything he wants to kill. The Dreadnought got blown up by the multi-lasers from the Chimeras, and the assault squad took plasma pistol shots from there, plasma guns from there, hotshot hell guns from there, Valkyrie over there, and there's still 4 of them left. Oh my god. Other than that, it's John's
Not
next
the
go.
Dreadnought.
Yeah, I said the Dreadnought.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so Blood Angels turn 4. The Thunderbirds come on this turn. Look at that beast. He did a few bits of damage. He damaged the demolisher that was, well, what is now the crater.
No, he blew up
No, he
that
didn't.
one.
He blew up the flame tank with his multi-melter, and then had a few
two
shots.
hull points on this.
Yeah, 2 hull points on
pretty
the
bad
Chimera
damage
over
rolls
there.
there. That's, I think, shaken, isn't it? Can't move or fire.
It's, yeah, shaken with 2 hull points. It's not so bad. Over here, the assault squad has moved up from its ravaged position and did a few shots into the command HQ and then charged, dealing a bit of damage, but not as much as I would have liked. However, I think that's a better situation to be in, as I'm still locked in combat. Other things, the Razorback with the diminished combat squad has moved up towards the Relic. This other combat squad stayed where it was, tried to have a go at the Demolisher but failed. Mephiston, who's a lucky man to be alive, he passed his wings test to get behind it, charged in, and did quite a few attacks, but it blew up and nearly killed him. I was a bit worried about that. And that's about it. Let's see what the guard can bring to me.
This is Imperial Guard turn 4. Mephiston is dead.
Was this the last episode?
Victory point for the Imperial Guard. He got killed by a multi-laser Chimera after everything else failed to wound him. That's still there, unhurt. My Valkyrie took a snapshot, but one quick shot, but didn't work. I also fired on that Chimera there, the Razorback moving into the objective.
Got a whole point.
Got a whole point, but not good enough with those 2 guardsmen over there. Down here, I won combat as I killed 1 Marine and he did nothing. But he's still in my deployment zone, so that means he could get a scoring point because this is turn 4. So it might end. My stormtroopers are moving up, waiting for that moment for them to die so they can blow them away.
There's optimism.
Yeah. But other than that, it's really, really tight. I'm really scared over here. This is not going to be looking good. There's a Death Company and a Death Dread or something in there.
That Death Dread's going to just go straight through those Ogrins.
Right, let's see what happens.
Okay, so
Oh, in the missile launchers.
Blood Angels turn 5. Did a little bit this turn, but it's still very close. Got a few shots into this
Missile
remnant
launcher
squad.
squad did.
Killed the missile launcher, which is going to be handy. That was from the Razorback here. The Razorback disembarked his troop unit into the objective there, so I'm holding that, but only barely at the moment. I failed miserably to kill these 2 remaining guardsmen with
This
a
is my
slight
leadership
test.
test for those guys. Lost.
Passed. What else has happened? The Death Company disembarked from the Thunderbird. They failed a charge. Not surprised though, there's a big wreck tank in the way of this Raptor squad.
We lost a
Leering at
guy to
us
the
from behind.
Stormbolter.
Yeah, lost a comms link man. Busy nattering away to his girlfriend. He got a Stormbolter in the face with a barrel in it. I don't know why that's in there. From the drop pod. The Death Company Dreadnought didn't do as well in combat as I thought it would do with his attacks,
Yeah,
but it still
only
did
killed
enough.
5 Ogrins.
Yeah, kill 5
Still did plenty. They ran away and I cut them down. He's consolidated into the doorway to try and cover the guys holding objective. That's about it. I failed to kill the Valkyrie with the quad cannon. That was really terrible shooting there, but that's about it. It's still hanging in the balance. Yes, Storm Raven was the one to blow up that tank and make them disgorge their troops. It's out of blood missiles, or what they're called now.
Right. This was probably the end of the game, as I charged in my stormtroopers, which was probably the wrong decision, and the Salt Marines killed my officer, killed Dead Dog, and all the stormtroopers.
Yeah, flail of leadership fails, and they all went.
So that basically threw the victory in his path, but they got this table quarter thing. What is it called?
That's the get into their deployment half. Can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, and the officer victory points.
I'll
for
find
Warlord.
out.
These guys are on the objective, and I couldn't budge them with anything. I've got 2 random guys legging for the board edge just to try and get that victory point.
It's called Line Breaker.
Line breaker, but they didn't do it. I came over here and totally miffed all my attacks on with 3 melter guns and a demo charge, so that thing is untouched. And everything else is still alive on John's side. So we're gonna see if the game ends, which it probably does.
It does.
So the
Plans.
Space Marines win 6 points to 1.
Yeah, I think at the end of the game, John really had control when his Storm Raven came on, didn't he?
Yeah,
I mean, this side of the board is just completely his now.
and also, I mean, that killing all the stuff over there and then leaving my stormtroopers behind was just...
Yeah, you'd committed a bit too much over there.
Yeah.
And it took too long to relocate, didn't it?
And the major mistake I think was blobbing that entire blob squad in. Yeah, it was forgetting about the heavy flamer coming down.
His first dreadnought took out the blob squad, it took out Chimera, it took out a Lemon Rust. It was just awesome, that dreadnought.
That was momentum very
and the
much.
drop pod as well. The drop pod blocked all of your tanks' movement,
Yeah,
so it really slowed down your early turns.
I had to go around it, and then I was taking Vindicator shots left, right, and centre.
Yeah, because it packed you close in with the Vindicator.
And I just couldn't get any troops across to the objective. My original plan was to get the blob squad in there.
Yeah.
And then just slowly fall back with
movable force.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the others were on the flank, wasn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
they had longer range weapons, so they could flank outside.
But that I forgot completely about the dreadnought just obliterating them. And I thought I was clever as well by putting them in cover.
Yeah.
But John's in total control of this game. I mean, he's got that squad still on the quad gun. There's a squad in here with the librarian. Although the librarian and Mephiston haven't cost, I don't think they cost any.
No. Well,
he cast a couple of flights.
Yeah.
But nothing important.
He's just got his wrecking corpse lying in that crate over there. And my veterans were all well with their points. They missed every shot on Mephiston. They missed every shot on the Storm Pigeon. And I think the only thing that actually did any good was this freaking Chimera here.
Yeah, that killed a dreadnought and a Mephiston.
Yeah, my MVP definitely right there. I think, John, from your point of view, it was just really straightforward
That
stuff.
dreadnought's got to be the MVP for John.
Yeah,
Winner for me.
that flaming wreck over there.
Yeah.
Flailing around.
I suppose when you take a Forge World model, it does brilliantly.
I had a Forge World model, that one there, and it's on fire.
and this one, which is dead.
Yeah, that's that crate over there.
Well, that's that myth dispelled.
So, yeah, I think that was a good game. Yeah, it was really close until...
it was. About turn 4, we weren't sure who was going to win, because John's Stormraven not coming in had really skewed the game in your favour at that point.
Yeah, and if I could have just taken Mephiston out when he was there,
Yeah.
that would have, given me the Demolisher a chance to do something else. But Mephiston sliced that up, and that freaking dreadnought sliced up all my Ogrins.
Yeah.
And this freaking 2 Salt Marines.
They killed a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Everything.
He made an awful lot of saves with them then.
Yeah, you jammy kid.
You got 6 wounds on with
Feel
your
no pain
squad.
is John's motto.
I literally feel no pain because my body is numb.
But that's pretty much the game.
Okay, good game, guys.
Yeah,
Good
thanks a
game,
lot.
Jason.
Thanks, Michael, for coming over.
Put me on
and
camera again.
And hopefully this will be the first of many battle reports from various different games. Anything you want to say, John?
Not really, other than you suck. And I must comment, we've had 2 games before this with us trying to interpret the rules, and Jason beat me in both games.
Yeah, I
Quite
wonder
severely.
what interpretations he was playing with.
John's rules.
Yeah, I was the one reading the rules, so I just missed a lot out. I've learnt many things from Michael today. Whether they'll stay in my head or not, I do not know.
Yeah, that is the trick.
Next time I'm taking 5 of those quad guns so I can shoot this thing before it goes down.
One per army.
It's a bit of a shame about this Death Company squad. They look menacing, but all they did was literally climb out of their vehicle.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
flipping
so
Tom through the
pretty.
window.
That's 300 points of worthlessness right there. But still pretty intimidating. No, it's a good game. Enjoyed it a lot, and looking forward to the other games that we're going to play. And that's